they're so frustrating. Okay, so, but the biggest thing to realize is that they're part of the business. It is what it is, they're part of it. So the biggest thing is to work on how to overcome them. One, let them not devastate you that I'm done with Pampered Chef, because guys, at the end of the day, you've heard me say it once, you'll hear me say it for the entire time I'm part of Pampered Chef. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. It's just not. No job is, no fun thing is, no hobby is. Shoot, I go to CrossFit. I'm like, you want me to do what today? And so it's not, but at the end, there's so many benefits that come out of it. So I received this training on my personal coaching call last week with Home Office with Kathy Pocazella, and I implemented it immediately that afternoon because I had so many cancellations and reschedules in April. I was like, something's got to give. Like, we've got to change something. Clearly, we need to do something. So I have implemented it in a week. Insane results. And I don't make this up. I'm not exaggerating. I've never had results like this from an instant training like this. So what it is just, I'm going to go over some details. This is going to be kind of, we're going to go into it further on the Leadership Bound call that starts tomorrow night. So anybody that plans on doing that, which I highly recommend, it's not necessarily that you want to be a director, but just, I want to be a leader. I want to grow my business. I want to see what else is available to me. Then it's a great call to be on. It starts tomorrow night. And they're going to be bi-weekly calls of training. And then the in-between week are just going to be touch-based calls. How are you doing? Is there anything you want to just chat about? Like 15 minutes. It's going to be very quick. So it's not something that is every week on hour-long calls, but it's a really great training straight from Home Office. I'm really excited about it. So first off is you're in control of your calendar. We've been working on this all year. You are your own business, your own boss. You decide when you open the door. You decide when you close the door on your business. And on the cancellations, this is going to sound really crazy, and I know Cheryl and Carolyn were like, I'm sorry, what did you say when we went over this the other day? But you are going to cancel on them if it's not something that you see is going right. Yeah, there's the look. Kathy's like, what did you just say? And so the number one reason that most people cancel is because they don't have people coming to their party. Number one reason. They can give you, my house is a mess, my kids have soccer, they can say that I'm moving, my house looks like this, you know, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to the fact that they don't have people coming to their house. Because if they have 15 to 20 people coming to their house, they're going to make it work. Cindy and I were talking about this. She had someone that, unfortunately, one time had a family member pass away, but she had 22 people coming to her house. So she's like, would you still come to my house if my neighbor came and did it instead? I don't want to cancel on all these people. They're expecting the party. So that's like case in point that people are not going to cancel when they have people coming over. I mean, excluding emergencies, but I mean, then again, that one was an emergency. So setting expectations is really big from the very start. Whether you set your party up over the phone or you're right there at a party, your host, just like we talk about host coaching. If you don't coach your host, they don't know what the heck they're supposed to do to have a successful party. Well, the same thing goes for expectations. They need to know what you expect of them as well, and that's really where it's going to start and set you up to be even more successful than you already are. So what we want to let them know is right there at the party. You know, Cindy and I are talking at the party where we met. You know, hey, did you have fun tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, well, what was your favorite part of the party?
The interaction.
The interaction. Awesome. Okay. And was there a particular product that you really enjoyed using tonight?
Manual food processor.
The manual food processor. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I am so excited to have your party with you on May 15th. We are going to have an absolute blast. So what I want to do really quick is just go over a couple of things with you so I can set you up for success. Is that okay? Okay, awesome. So what I'd really like to do is in the next 24 to 48 hours, get your list of mailing addresses back from you so I can send out a mini catalog invitation to your guests. That way the party is a priority on their calendar, just like it is on your calendar and my calendar. Does that sound doable to you?
Yep.
Okay, so today is Tuesday, so 48 hours would be Thursday. Okay, so what do you think? Thursday morning or Thursday afternoon would be better? Afternoon, much better for you? Okay, awesome. Well, then I will expect to receive the invitations back from you, or I'm sorry, the addresses back on Thursday afternoon. Sound good? Okay, and then we'll go from there and we'll kind of talk about the next step on contacting your guests. Okay, so that's the main thing is you want to start right then, and you see it was almost like we're pinpointing an appointment on their calendar. Thursday afternoon, that's when they're going to get it back to me. So by doing that, we've set the expectation. Let them know this is so your friends can get it on their calendar as well. Everybody has a crazy calendar. You don't even have to ask people, do you have a crazy calendar? We do. And people plan way in advance. And so it doesn't matter if their party is 3 weeks from now or 2 months from now. I've gotten all of mine through the end of June working on it so that people can put stuff on their calendar right now. So after you meet with them, that night you're going to do the follow-up call the following day. Who's actually doing the follow-up call, the 24-hour follow-up call? Bonnie? She called me. Awesome. She Bonnie do it. So this is something that I know a lot of people have not been doing. I was not doing it. And it's something that I'm really striving to do myself. But it's that next day call, just thank you again so much for being at the party last night. We had so much fun. I know you said this was your favorite part, you loved the interaction. Thanking them for being there, thanking them for their order. And then just as a reminder, like we talked last night, the most important thing you can be doing right now is working on your mailing addresses. And I know we talked about getting those to me on Thursday afternoon, so I'll be watching for them on Thursday. Just a quick reminder, and that's also if they got home and said, oh my gosh, this date is not going to work, I need to call Krystle and let her know, and then life gets in the way and they forget and they forget and they forget and they don't contact me. This is a really quick reminder. If something came up, let's go ahead and reschedule the date. So we've done all of this. So then we have, and second part of it is if you already have parties on your calendar, you can go ahead and make that 24-hour call. I did them all last week. They were already on my calendar, and I went ahead and called them and just said, hey, just confirming your party on this date again. I know I said that we weren't going to start this until the beginning of June, but I've changed some things up, and the most important thing we can be doing now is, and go back into the exact same wording, which we have the wording and we will be providing it for you so that you have that, because we're all about scripts. And yes.
Does he know about the Bluebell recall?
There's a Bluebell recall.
He doesn't care about the Bluebell recall. He's like, I haven't died yet, I'm good to go.
Cares, like, gee.
Yeah, whatever. Sorry about that, Cindy. Okay, so if you already have the party on the calendar, you can make the exact same call. Just tweak the words just a little bit, but go ahead and get them working on it. And so, and I didn't have anybody last week that, was like, no, I don't want to do this. You told me we were doing this till June. Nobody. As soon as I talked to them about the importance of getting it on people's calendars, how busy they are, let's make it a priority on their calendar, just like it is on yours and mine. They were like, oh, okay, absolutely. I only had one person at the end of June that was like, actually something's come up, I can't do the party, I need to cancel. So how happy am I that I know that now and not the first week of June trying to replace it at that point. So it's been very, very helpful. So then you're going to follow up come Thursday afternoon. Cindy hasn't sent me her addresses. Darn her. Okay, so I'm going to call her and I'm going to be like, hey, Cindy. She's so flaky. Not at all.
Day job isn't really outside.
So I'm going to call her and just say, hey, it's Thursday and I know that we had talked about getting your addresses today. I haven't received them yet. Go ahead and pop them over to me. I'd love to get the mini catalogs out to your friends. No harm, no foul. Okay? So I've just given her a call. So come Friday. If I've gotten them from her, great. Obviously, I don't need to make another phone call. If I haven't, though, call again. Hey, I'm kind of worried. Is everything okay? I know that we were supposed to get the addresses yesterday, and I just wanted to make sure that you were doing okay. And I'm following up any message that I leave, we're following up with a text message or an email. Because sometimes you can get an instant response one way or the other. Some people pick up the phone, some people do Facebook, whatever. Start with the phone call, then, hey, I left you a voicemail, take a listen, let me know. Try not to give them all the information in the message, because then they can't go back and hear the excitement in your voice from the message. But we'll start with that. Okay, so then so she didn't give it to me on Friday either. Something must have come up. I don't know. I'm kind of concerned at this point. So I'm going to wait just a couple of days in case anything did come up and something, just happened. She couldn't get it to me. Now, I will tell you that I've had some people that are falling on to this day too. By the time I've called them the second time, they're like, oh my gosh, she thinks something's wrong with me. I've got to get back with her. Oh my gosh, there's nothing wrong. I'm so sorry. Everything's fine. Yes, I'm working on the list. So I have only made it to call 3 one time, but getting to the other ones, it's like there's just these little fires. They're like, oh, absolutely, I see the importance. I'm so sorry. I've got to get it back to you. So call number 3 is, hey, I just wanted to give you a shout one more time. I've left you a couple of messages and I haven't heard anything back. I know you were planning to send the addresses on Thursday. Today's now Sunday. It sounds like something else has come up that's a little bit more of a priority for you right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove you from my calendar unless you're still planning on the party. If you are, give me a call back by 7 o'clock tonight. I'll keep you on the calendar. We'll be good to go. Or you can just send me your list over, not a problem. Otherwise, give me a shout tomorrow and we'll reschedule. So, is that scary to anyone? Yeah. I don't want them to cancel, let alone remove them myself.
Oh, yeah.
So it is kind of a scary thing. But I will tell you guys, I started this last Monday afternoon, and who saw my thing? I need more mini catalogs. I need more mini catalogs. I think I should have 6 sets here tonight. I have not had responses this fast ever. I am not even kidding. I've sent out 2 in the last 2 days and I have 4 waiting to go out. I just needed all of your mini catalogs. And so I was like, please bring me catalogs, please. So I tell y'all this because I put it into practice last week because I wanted to be able to speak from experience, not just what somebody else tells me works, but it works. And I literally have it pulled up on my computer, the 24-hour call information, so that I know exactly what to say, so I sound very confident and comfortable and not him-hawing around throughout the conversation. So I understand, and just like Kathy started with our talk last week before she told me, she was like, this is going to scare you, but it's okay. This is actually going to change the way your business works. And I've seen the results in 1 week, guys, and I'm not even kidding. It is a scary thought to remove them from the calendar, but I'll tell you, the one person that didn't get back with me, I told her, you have till 7 o'clock tonight, let me know. I would love to party with you, but if I don't hear back from you, then we can go ahead and just work on rescheduling your party. Did she call me back? No, she did not. But do you know how great I felt erasing her name off my calendar? Not that I don't want to party with her, but because I'm in control. There's 30% of our day that we can control and 70% of it that we can't. We can only influence 70% of it. So let's live on the side of the line that we can actually control. And this is something you have control in, rather than we wait to get it back from when we haven't gotten it back. Hey, can you send that to me? I haven't gotten it back. Hey, I still haven't gotten it back. Can you go ahead and send it to me? And it ends up, we feel like we're begging. We shouldn't be begging. This is our business. Whether you're in it to make a little bit of money or you're in it to leave your job, it's your business. And the more we treat it like a business, the more in charge you're going to feel. So does that help anybody that when I initially said it like, holy cow, after the explanation, does that make you feel any better about it, or do you have any questions? Feel free to ask any questions that you have.
I have a question that's somewhat related.
Okay.
What if it's the other way around? What if you have to cancel on a hostess?
That is the best thing to not ever do. Most of the time, if something comes up and we need to cancel, like I was on bed rest. I had 2 parties. I could not go do a party. I was on bed rest. So I had 2 other consultants do them. Now, when you do that, unless they're going to just generously go do the party for you, you know that you're giving away anything for the party. The sales, any leads for team members, anything like that. It's best, though, to not reschedule on your host because they've put the effort in for that day. That's when their friends are coming, and a lot of times when you start changing dates, they end up having less people come each time. So it's best to not do that. So depending on the circumstance, depends on, I've had it where I've given away the parties completely. I guess they felt sorry for me on bed rest. They let me keep them. But it just kind of depends, but that's best to not do it unless absolutely necessary. Does that help? Okay. And I always try, if I do have something come up, is keep it within the team. Like if you had something come up, see first thing Charlotte could do it. That way it stays within your team as well. So, anything else? Any other questions? Okay.